tough game. A really good Pittsburgh team right there. Very well coached. I'm very familiar with Coach Stallings and the things that he does, especially offensively, and I think he's got a very good team. I'm really proud of our guys, the way they fought. I think at the under-8 media is about 620. We cut it to 7, and from that point on, we just had a few mistakes that cost us. We didn't switch right. We didn't come up with rebounds. We gave up one on a free throw. And against a really good team, if you don't do those little things consistently, you're not going to win. You're especially not going to win on the road. So the positive side of that is we'll take those and we'll take them home. We'll learn from them, and we'll get better.
Tough to switch on a team like that with the type of size they have and the type of skill sets.
Yeah, it is. If you notice, they do the same thing. They do a lot of switching. That's kind of what we do, and it's been good to us in the past. We're getting better with this group at doing that, and our message was to kind of guard the ball by committee. You know, I knew, this is going to sound crazy, I knew this team was an unbelievable layup, dunk, post-up, and free throw shooting team. I knew they were going to beat us if we allowed them to do that type of stuff. If we fouled and we let the ball go in the post consistently, or we just let them drive us and shoot layups, or we'd foul them. What I was hopeful for is that they wouldn't go 9 of 12 from 3 in the first half. But sometimes you don't always get what you want. And then they give them credit. They're a very good team. And so maybe we should have pressed up a little bit more and picked our poison and contested those shots a little bit more. But like I said, we'll learn from it. I'll learn from it.
This is your first game as a head coach in how long?
My 29 years of life. This will be my first. Well, I take that back. I used to coach at camps all the time. And I was pretty good. I don't want to share my record, but I was pretty good at coaching, like, sixth graders and things like that as a head coach.
Obviously not an ideal circumstance to kind of get that, but just how's it feel to come into an ACC building and play a team like Pitt in your first game?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a game. That court's the same as ours. It's a really nice building. It's a really good team. I've been in a lot of buildings before, so it feels fine. Honestly, we weren't focused on Pittsburgh, and it's no knock on them. Our focus was on our team and our preparation. I told our guys, we don't have any pressure for this game. Our pressure is the practices, the film sessions, the meetings, the things leading up to that. And if we take care of business right there and we do what we're supposed to do, then we have great confidence going into the game. And we did. We had a great our guys played free. They took open shots. We didn't make very many of them in the first half, but I'm real proud of the way they played.
What was the adjustment like these past few days, after being kind of thrust into this role somewhat unexpectedly? What have the past few days been like in the adjustment of getting to be a...
The first thing we did is we really just we watched our Evansville game, which we didn't play very well. We watched a few clips of that and just identified the areas we got to get better. Especially, I think all we watched was defense, as a matter of fact. Just, seeing the ball, like I said, guarding the ball by committee, trusting our teammates a little bit better, and really putting an emphasis on trying not to foul. I think we had 7 fouls in the first half. Is that right? Anybody know? It's pretty good for a Morehead State's team that leads the country in fouls. So, for DeJuan Marrero to play 40 minutes is unheard of because he's been playing 15 minutes. He got 18 and 13 tonight, and that's what we expect from him every night. But the only way he can do that is if he only picks up 2 personal fouls. So that was a big emphasis the past couple of days, was not fouling. And we would just call a bunch of them in practice, and we would drill 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and everything that we did was competitive. There was a winner, there was a loser. I'm not a big, I don't raise my voice a whole lot. So, my message to these guys was that they have to bring the energy. They have to drive the energy bus. That's something that I don't do. So they've got to do that themselves, and to their credit, they did that.
You've got a couple more games like this. You go to Purdue and Mississippi State. Well, what can your team take from games like this, kind of win or lose? What do you learn about yourself that you can take to conference play later on?
Well, you learn from all the games, not just these BCS type deals, games that you're playing. So, just in all of them, you got to learn. There's something you can learn in a win. There's something you can learn in a loss, a blowout, a close one. You've got to. If you're not learning every single game, then you're not going to be very good at the end of the year, and you're certainly not doing your job as a coach. And your message can't be consistently the same. It's going to be something different every game. And so that's where our focus is. That was our focus after the game. I said, we don't do moral victories. I'm proud of the way we fought. but we've got to learn from it. We've got to get better. You're not going to beat good teams, and we hope to be a good team at the end of the year, especially in our league. And so by the time we get to that time, maybe we tighten those things up and figure them out a little bit.
Coach, when you had it down to 7, didn't
Yeah.
you guys, your players or yourself, smell an upset at all?
Smelling upset?
Yeah, could you sense anything?
No, honestly. I was a little surprised it was at 7. Just because I was trying not to really look at the score. I was just trying to make sure we were doing what we were supposed to do. And I think I even looked over at Nick and said, wow, it was 7. I couldn't believe it. But no, I mean, you can't think about winning and losing, and that's what I really tried not to think about in this game. And I even told our kids, and I told everybody else in our community, you know, this Pittsburgh game is not a measuring stick for the past 2 days that we've had. Thought we did a phenomenal job the past, I say 3 because we practiced 3 times, but the past 3 days, I guess, with the shoot-around. This game is not a measuring stick. It's not like we throw the baby out with the bathwater. From Eastern Kentucky, we say stuff like that. Just because we didn't win this game today. We did a lot of good stuff, and we got better leading up to it. So we're gonna continue to get better. So no, I didn't smell an upset at all. I smelled a marker because I was trying to figure out if we could score another point as I was drawing on the board. But
Are the guys struggling under the circumstances?
no, you know what? They're surprisingly upbeat. You know, something that you don't always see if you're not in it is just the heart of a team. Our guys have a lot of heart, and everywhere we go, we always get a pat on the back. That, man, the team just plays so hard, and we're really proud of that. You know, we have a great locker room. We have a great bus, and I mean that by like it's fun. Our kids are joking around. I'm joking with them all the time. I give them a hard time. They give me a hard time. And I said something today in shoot-around that was completely unrelated to them they'd never heard of before. It was one of those Eastern Kentucky sayings, and then our only kid from Eastern Kentucky had to step up and say, guys, Coach means this. And the guys were like, oh, gotcha, cool. So we got a fun group. You know, they're doing good under the circumstances because they got each other.
Kind of an undersized team, Coach. How do you sort of craft a defensive game plan around playing a talented big like a Mike Young?
Well, we want to keep the ball out of the post as much as possible. You know, we played a little bit of zone tonight. You know, like I said, we told our kids, hey, man, if they beat us shooting jumpers, then they beat us shooting jumpers. They beat us shooting jumpers tonight. So it is what it is. You know, they have a shooting night anywhere less than this. I mean, they shot 58% from the 3. The Warriors don't do that. I mean, it's unbelievable. So to their credit, they made the shots that they had tonight, and we'll make the adjustments so that the next team doesn't do that.
One more. Josie, the athletic director said, I think, you know, sort of you're going to be the coach until some investigation is continued. Have you got any sort of word about the time frame involved there?
None at all.
Or any sort of...
No. And honestly, I'm not allowed to. I can't make any comments on that. I want to answer all the questions about our kids and our team that I can, but anything with that, I don't know, and I don't know that I can comment either.